Thirsty ass.
Yep, stay thirsty.
That's
That's why I got Tinder, because I'm thirsty.
You really Tinder, do you?
No, I don't Tinder.
Why not?
Just don't.
Let's unpack that. Why don't you have Tinder?
Let's unpack that. Why don't you have Tinder? Why don't you have Tinder?
I can't have a Tinder. They banned me. I be taking on the girls.
Wow, that's a good one.
Thank you.
That's a real good one. Like, when you came up with it. Now, what would you have? Tinder, or what would be the app of your choice? Humble.
Fuck me slowly. Episode 157 of Clean Dishes. I hope everyone's doing great today. Hope everyone has a good energy. Debate if I should cut that out or not, but I probably won't because that was pretty funny.
That was actually one of your better ones, for sure.
No, a little two-piece combo, you know what I'm saying?
That was a better one.
I don't know if I had the first joke recorded, but you know.
Oh, you definitely got that second one in there. Right. He said, why don't you have a Tinder? He said, no, if you don't have a Tinder, what would you have?
Fuck me slowly.
That's crazy.
Episode 157 of Clean Dishes. Hope everyone's doing well once again. Blessings.
But yeah, say you gotta do how you usually do. Go ahead, do how you usually do.
All right, hold on before I do it. I was tripping because I was trying to remember like what side of your heart, what side quote unquote is your heart on? Left or the right side?
First one was like kind of like.
That's when your heart's actually in the center of your body.
Usually, I thought when you say the pledge, it's like this, ain't it?
I don't know. I was tripping.
I thought it was I pledge allegiance to the flag.
Is it your right hand over your left side of your heart?
I thought it was like.
I thought it was right hand over the right side of your heart.
Bro, ain't got you like this, like nah, that's crazy. So you try to bite your ear. You gotta do like this and try to bite your ear.
No.
Do it. So, these play a game like that, it was like, lay your hand across your chest. Now, hang your hand. No, lay your arm across your chest, hang your hand, and try to bite your ear.
And you like.
And so you like.
Kids weren't shit.
Like, yo, kids weren't shit, bro. I was like, wow.
I was trying to find where my heart was, and then it was like, yo, my heart ain't beating. I thought I was dead.
But you future, you got a heart. You said, just a pet. That's great.
What was that? Oh,
that was wild.
We'll get to that. I know my chest ain't that big, but I can't feel my heart.
Just feel your pulse then, like go like these.
No, I don't know my heart is though. My heart ain't on my pulse.
Your heart, no, home is with heart.
Oh, so my heart is on the right side. Our heart is on the right side. I could have Googled this, but I think it's better to talk things out.
Nah, if you're wrong, you're gonna be telling people wrong.
Sometimes you gotta be wrong. You gotta be wrong to be right.
You don't have to be wrong. Sometimes you choose to be wrong.
I didn't choose to be wrong. I didn't choose not to know shit.
You did. If you said I'm not gonna Google to know for sure, I just want to talk it out.
No, but I didn't know initially.
Right, and then you still don't know, so now you choose. Now that you confirmed you don't know, and
I
you
don't
still
know because you didn't know. Obviously, don't try to put it only on me. You didn't know either.
Right, but I'm gonna Google it.
Why?
So
I just told you where it was at. Left hand over the right side of your heart. I feel my heart. Look, boop, 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 boop.
I don't think that's
Can
how
y'all
it
hear
works.
it?
Trying to breastfeed the damn mic.
Oh shit, that's hilarious.
Something wrong with you, bro.
How's your week though? How you doing?
My week's been good. I'm doing well. I saw a long-time friend today. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's my homie Mike G.
Oh, they're talking about me. Never mind. They got to see you every day.
Right? Like, I see you all the time.
I'm doing good. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not asking you.
I know. I asked myself.
Why?
Why not?
Just assume you know.
Nah, I'm doing good. I've been like creating content and creating things to just put it out.
Let's talk about. Let's unpack. Let's unpack that.
I don't want to unpack it.
No, we're going to
no,
unpack
it's a travel case. I'm still traveling.
Oh. Okay.
I just been doing things I want to do, and I've been happy about it. I
think all things through Christ who strengthens you.
I hear that. I've been feeling good though, like just getting out of my system, just doing it, and executing it, editing it. I really like the interview we did last week. That was pretty dope. I want to do the social media post for that too. I'll do that soon. I thought it was great. I think everything we've been doing so far has been really good.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was fun doing that.
Yeah.
Cause the things he had a lot of Keith, shout to him, had a lot of
interesting takes on things, and also a lot. He's very opinionated too. Really, really.
A lot of inspiration. I think that's not that you can't be inspirational as a person, But sometimes you go in with a certain. Sometimes you go in. You don't go in expecting things. But when you don't expect things, and certain things happen, they all expect things. Like it's surprised. I was surprised at how many words of inspiration he had for us. I thought that was really dope. I was like, that's pretty cool because most people immediately hear comedy or comedians think.
Oh, yeah, just
goofy, funny, you just won't laugh. No real things gonna be said. Just kind of goofy conspiracies on that. It's like no, it was a lot more in depth than that.
Facts.
And so I thought that was really dope. I was like, yeah.
That's honestly how I see you a lot of times. Cause I know that you be making jokes and shit, but I feel like you had this caveat where you can make
caviar. I'm rich.
you can make a sad joke funny. Like you can take something that's like depressing, like like my mom just died, and I thought that was really crazy. I remember all the times she whipped my ass. I just was like, maybe she deserved it.
Damn, comedian!
I'm always gonna be a comedian if I say it.
Comedian!
Laugh though.
You don't always laugh just to be funny. You can just feel it. It's about a feeling, bro.
Oh, comedian!
It's not the same.
It is the same.
It's not the same. You see how I did it and it was like, oh, and you said you did it, I was like, no.
No.
That's the
no one
difference
said
right there.
no. No one said anything. That don't count. It's a 2-vote system, bro. It's all you and I in this
That's
group.
half.
Alright,
that's 50%, bro.
In this situation, this passing. You know what sucks? We take tests that have low questions. You get one bitch wrong. You be like 5 or a D.
5 question test, you get 1 wrong. You're like, damn.
I remember as a kid, you be like, yo, I got 5 questions on here. Then you like get through, you like, I don't know half this shit. You like, you already got half a grade then. You can't even guess on the rest of them. You gotta be like, yo, you guys stop. Don't shoot that during the episode. I'm gonna prove that Tupac. Alright, we get it, dog.
I wish you would. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
You invite another one.
No, go ahead. Let's see what happened to your laptop. Let's see what happened to your laptop real fast.
That's different, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be real different. You sit here without. I'm my job replace this.
Your shit waterproof though.
Yeah, your shit gonna be broken.
I know.
That's just gonna be broken.
Like,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Nah.
I'm a villain because you're gonna pretend to pick water and splash my laptop with it.
It's not worry about the past. Just focus on the present.
Nah, I'm working on the present. You out here wilding.
Nah, but it was a dope interview.
Keep going.
I really hope that everyone that listened to it got a lot out of it. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Hopefully we will have more guests on here and it'll be really dope. Shout out to Keith Johnson. I really appreciate him being on here.
Don't forget, hit up his Instagram. His Instagram and his website.
Website, yes.
Keith Johnson HQ.
I need to learn to be more selfish. I thought about that. Like not more selfish, but more selfish.
Okay.
I need to learn to focus on myself more.
I like the way you worded that, actually. The second time around made more sense to me. More clear, more precise.
So you tell me when I said you learn to be selfish but not selfish, that didn't hit for you?
That didn't hit for me. I was like, yeah. I ignorantly knew what you were getting at because we talked about it before, so I understood the context.
But someone that has no clue what's going on in that person's life, like, why does he need to be both at the same time?
Like, I you know what's funny? People do that more often than we think. Like.
Oxymoronic, yeah.
Where we say things like, and it's understandable.
Yeah.
Like to you, like you say that to me, that would mean like, in certain instances, I do need to be more selfish, but not be selfish to certain people or in certain ways. Exactly. So I get the logic. You say obviously it doesn't explain a lot, but I get it.
I do it on purpose because I find it hilarious.
They're like, oh, he cool, but he not cool.
Yeah.
Like, I get it.
Like he cool enough for you to be friends with him, but also you can't throw him that far. So
right, like he's an acquaintance. Like I wouldn't turn him away from the party, but I also wouldn't invite them to the party.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Like they showed up, I'm like, man.
Right. But I don't plan on telling him that it's a party.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna go out my way. But I'm not going out my way to tell you. Like, if you happen to be there, you happen to be there.
Oh, that's fucking great. I love that.
Like, you could be a +1, no problem. You're not gonna be on the list, but you can be a +1.
But I didn't tell you what is a +1.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Okay, we gotta get to the episode now. So I don't know if you saw the doc there or not, but I kind of switched up the order a little bit.
That's fine. You switched up the tempo?
So we watched Mortal Kombat. Was it last weekend?
No,
it was weekend before. Well, I ain't start writing dates on these things, but it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago we saw Mortal Kombat.
Where's all my stuff?
Are you logged into the right thing?
Yeah.
You shared it with me, so I know you have it.
Yeah, I was like, where's the doc? I was like, I had to have it. I know. I also did it actually.
So watch Mortal Kombat. A young man by the name of J. Cole has been born with a what?
Go back again. His name was not J. Cole.
It wasn't.
I was like, born center. He was born center.
He was born with what though?
He was.
All right, my bad. A young man has been born with a unique birthmark, joins a tournament where he has to fight for his life as well as life of the earth.
He said J. Cole, I'm done.
I could swear that was his name, my bad though.
No.
So our main character, our protagonist's name is Cole, and he's of Asian descent.
Cole Haan. Tell me that wouldn't fit. He was Asian?
You know what? Honestly, yes. That would have been much better. That would have been better. I would have been okay with that. I would have laughed the whole episode, the whole movie, but I would.
His shoes was always sharp. Dude said I always had nice shoes on, though.
So for anybody that's not familiar with the story of Mortal Kombat, the story is pretty long and it's definitely extensive. So Mortal Kombat has like 12 video games. It's 12, right? You're on 12 or 13 right now? It's probably more than that.
No, I know it's not 10. It might be 11. It might be 12.
Because they had an anniversary for them recently.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't even pretend to know. No.
So
just let it go.
So Mortal Kombat, I think the game came out in like 88 or some shit. It's around 88, 89. And Mortal Kombat itself was revolutionary. It had blood, gore. It was one of the first games to be rated M for mature. It like set a precedent because it was like complete opposite of Street Fighter. And then they had a few movies in the past. They were cool. Then we're gonna fast forward to 2021, and we have Mortal Kombat again. Everybody's like, "Oh, like we want another one of these for a minute." And honestly, we said take that shit back because it was pretty bad. So,
well, okay. You say it's pretty bad. I guess you're gonna dive into that.
Yeah, I'm about to right now. Honestly, right now from the jump, what you gonna rate? What would you rate it?
From jump, 6.
6?
6.
That's not giving it a 4.
That's your opinion.
I know. I'm just saying. Cause I thought the other movie I gave it like a 5. You defended it.
Because the other movie you had gave was like such a close rating to that, it didn't make sense. It was like you just gave this. It was that close together, like, and you just said this one was so trash compared to this. I was like that. Those numerically don't make sense to even be close together.
All right, so we had a pending 4 for me. Yeah, okay.
That's not pending. You said 4. You said 4, bro. Like
I may talk myself into like a 5 or 2.
That's fair. I mean, I mean that could happen. We'll state our points to why we didn't like it, why we did like it, and kind of go from there.
You're right. It might drop down some, huh? It might drop down some, huh?
My rating?
No, my rating might. I mean, it might go further down.
It could. Well, for starters, I'm not a Mortal Kombat fan.
I'm not a major Mortal Kombat fan either, but I know a little bit of the story.
I like more of the animation stuff. Obviously, I like more the animation stuff and the cartoon stories. Stuff like Scorpion story to me was always really dope. Scorpion and Sub-Zero stories have always been my favorite stories out of all of them.
I need to see that movie because I know it's on HBO Max, and also this Mortal Kombat's on HBO Max. For those that don't know.
Yeah, they go hard. They both. I think the stories are pretty good. For the most, as far as those go, the movies were never like super duper to me. Like I didn't really get.
Well, I like the first movies. The first ones they had Christopher Lambert was in it.
Yeah, I don't know names. So you say that name, I'm like, that's not.
He played Raiden. I can't remember. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on the other characters, on the other actors and actresses that was in it. But yeah, like the first 2 wasn't bad.
Was he that show Kung Fu? No, who did Kung Fu?
Christopher Lambert.
Yeah.
Christopher Lambert. I think he played Highlander.
You say he played Raiden?
Yes. You're thinking about Daniel Cardigan, I think his name. That's who played Kung Fu.
Yeah.
Let's talking about Kung Fu Hustle. I don't know none of that.
No, Kung Fu was I thought it was a show.
Yes, that was Daniel Cardigan. Carradine, I think it was.
I was wondering that. How was there? So they had a show called Kung Fu with a white boy.
White privilege.
Like I'm not that white people don't take Kung Fu. White people do.
I answered your question. What you doing?
But like, I never listened to the premise. I just remember seeing the show a lot. And it was martial arts. So I was always into. I was a kid who was super into martial arts, but never got to do it. So I was like, oh.
So in one of the documentaries that Bruce Lee, it was about Bruce Lee. They talk about that, how like the show was his idea, and they took and ran with it, and they gave it to Dan Carradine because he was white.
Because at that time, I guess Bruce Lee wanted to do it, they turned him down and made him play the role of
It's on Green Hornet.
They made him play Green Hornet.
He played the servant.
Instead of being the actual main character, they made him be the servant. Yeah.
Because at that time period, it was like, well, white people don't want to see an Asian lead, so we're going to have you play the sidekick.
Oh, it's back out again?
Well.
It's a show called Kung Fu.
Yeah, that one thing. I think that's the same one. That one has actual Asian characters.
It's an Asian young lady on the front of the thingy.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's Mortal Kombat. My bad.
Mortal Kombat. That was hard. The song, boy, Mortal Kombat.
So Mortal Kombat. This one was directed by Simon McQuaid. McLeod. My bad. Starring Louis T.
What?
McLeod is the name from Highlanders. I mean, the McLeod family is part of the.
I was like,
that's what I said. That's why I was laughing at like McQuaid. That said, dang, what's that dude? What's that after name? Anyway, my bad. I deviated again. Louis Tan, Jessica Minane, and McCad Brooks. So McCad Brooks played Jack, so I had to put him in there. Jax was the only one I kind of liked throughout the whole thing. So, my bad. The reason why I didn't like it. Wait, what were you about to say? My bad.
I was like, no, go ahead. I was like, okay. I agreed. I like Jack's character.
So the reason why I didn't like it, I have a few. So you have my man J. Cole, right? And he's from the bloodline of Scorpion, which is like, that's pretty dope. You have like, your bloodline is like hella important. That's why you had the birthmark on you from birth. My man's name is Cole though. And I was like, all right, what's his last name? It was like Smith or some shit. And I was like,
no, his name was Cole Young.
Young is a little bit better, but still, I need more of an Asian background name. Cause I play true to his heritage and his roots. I don't like.
Well, we don't know who his daddy was. That's the thing too. We don't know who his father was.
His mama probably was Asian. Like somebody had to be Asian descent. That's the only way you got that. Like he was part of the Hanzo sword collection or some shit like that. Like
the Hanzo Hasashi.
Thank you. I was quoting Kill Bill, but yes, yeah. So like you go from that to Young.
I will say this. When you, I will say this, which I do kind of agree with you on that, because like if you look through the list, like people's like all the other characters' names like that, Bihan, fucking Shang Tsung, Liu Kang, Kung Lao, like you get all these names, and then you get
Young,
Cole Young, and kind of like what? But I guess the idea was we were trying to get away from the stereotypical thing and blend it up. I don't know what they're trying to modernize. I don't know. That's what I felt like they were trying to do. Although they used a lot of old characters, maybe people would come back for the old characters, but modernize it to reach out to a new audience. Because the only people who really would mess with Mortal Kombat like that would likely was going to be people from the 90s. Like, you know what I'm saying?
True.
And so they were trying to find a way for how do we blend them both. So they did this.
That's bullshit. You might be right, but I'm not. That's bullshit.
They gave him. But I agree. I did feel like if we were going to play up his heritage to be such a big thing, like to be a big part of what he was doing, I do feel like there should have been more about his ancestry or more something other than like the little few vivid like visions he had, or something more elaborate.
Because remember, if you remember correctly, Raiden touches on it a little bit, how he saved once spoiler alert, once Sub-Zero had killed the family, Raiden had found a baby. I nurtured it until it got of age, and then I found his own. So I'm pretty sure Raiden like taught the child like, basically, this is your bloodline. This is how you scrap it out. Because I'm gonna need you in Mortal Kombat later on. Yeah. And then from there, just was like, I forgot about my heritage and I became young.
Yeah, and I don't think they even touched on who it was. We just know it was a girl. We just knew it was a girl. I don't remember that being in the storyline ever. Like, I don't remember that ever being part of the storyline.
They changed the storyline a lot. From what I know, they changed the storyline a lot.
And that's one of the things I kind of like, which one of the reasons why I don't get super into comics at time is because no real storyline. It's just like everything's all over the place. Like depending on who wrote it, it's this way or that way. And it's like, wait a minute, like, and sometimes they're close enough where you can get by, but other times it's like, no, like timelines of characters who are dead here are alive here, or they die completely different ways. Their powers are a bit different. Like even as something as simple as like a Spider-Man is different like that. Like depending on who wrote it, which Spider-Man it is, he either has to make webs or he shoots his own webs. Like, you know, it really, and that changes everything.
I remember in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, he had built-in webs, and I was like, I see why y'all did that, but y'all, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, the cartilage to me makes such an important part because it plays into like everything for him. Like if he runs out of webs, he's like, oh, I have to reload.
Yeah, and that played a big part in how many times he had close encounters, he almost died, someone came in and swept up and helped him out and stuff like that. So now he was indebted to this person or whatever it was.
But I do enjoy I don't say enjoy. It's okay for me if you take the source material and you find a way to kind of like switch it up a little bit. I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
It just can't be bad. Like you can't take that and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this.
I feel like I like what I did like. I'm gonna start with something. One of the things I did like about the movie.
You're not guy.
I like the whole idea that those tattoo things. So instead of getting like a random invite or being pulled in, I like the idea of it being like a tattoo, and if you killed the person who had it, you got the invite. Like, okay, since you're obviously stronger than this person because you killed them, now you get to come.
What if I just bring you? Huh?
Well,
what you get to what?
You get to come.
Oh, okay. Unless you talking to the mic.
Oh, you get to come.
You ain't keep saying it.
No, I'm gonna keep saying it because I know what you're trying to do. I'm not gonna fall for it.
I honestly just want to make sure I heard you right.
No, you heard me. You heard me right the first 2 times I said it.
Like I was saying, so you feel me? You can't just get branded.
No.
Just get like a magical skewer and like. That's what you gotta do.
Why does somebody smoke salami? Yeah, no. So I thought that concept was pretty cool. I was like, that's actually pretty unique. Like the idea of like you either were born with it or somehow that you got this thing on you and you could inherit it. Once you inherit it, it gave you the ability.
No.
It gave you the ability to use arcana. I think they call it arcana instead of magic. They call it arcana.
So I do like the idea of the arcana. I do like that a lot. I thought that was pretty dope.
Yeah, which I've heard arcana before, because they usually call it arcane magic and stuff like that. So I've heard of arcana before. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I thought that was good. I thought the Mortal Kombat, the actual idea of those the emblems coming up and they could show up randomly on your body was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I did like Jax. I liked the way how Jax came to be. I liked Sub-Zero and Scorpion. I thought their look was really cool, and I liked their characters overall. I think like the backstory, especially more so behind Scorpion, because that kind of was always the backstory I've always heard, which was Sub-Zero basically. I've heard 2 different versions, but they both go the same way, which is Sub-Zero kills Scorpion's family. Okay. That's what I've always heard, and that's what starts the whole beef. And he died, and some of them he dies, and others of them he ends up being such an angry soul and an angered spirit that he turns into like a damn near demon, like or whatever it is, or ends up somehow working for somebody who's evil and corrupt. Like in the animated version, spoiler alert, it's actually not Sub-Zero who did it. It was like Shang Tsung, somebody shapeshifted who could shapeshift, did it, and then framed the other person. So now this beef started for no reason, whatever, and then it went back forth for years and years, and he just became an evil spirit because he was so angered by what happened. And I thought that was pretty dope. But I love the look. I thought their look was pretty cool, and I liked the fighting they had between them. I thought that was really dope. I liked their characters the most to me personally.
So I feel like everybody loves Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
I just feel like they milk those 2 being mascots too much.
And I think some people will say that the whole point of this movie was to finish him. Or to finish them. like it really was to kill them off. Like to finally be like, no longer are they the highlights.
So you got J. Cole now?
Cole is right now he's not an actual character.
In the games.
Yeah, in the game he's not an actual character, but there was rumors that he was supposed to be this person, rumors supposed to be that person. As far as I know, as right now he wasn't an actual character or anything. He was supposed to be a brand new something.
A lot of people were like on Twitter was like, "Oh, who the fuck is this guy?"
Because and it makes sense because everybody else was somebody.
Yeah, it's like we knew and understood, and like we can expect certain powers from this person, or whatever. I was like, yo, who the fuck is Cole?
Like apparently, like from what we understand, Cole didn't exist. That hasn't existed in that world yet. Some people have speculation that he was actually this person. Some people say he was that person. But there's no. It seemed like there wasn't no real tie. Like he isn't having real ties to actual Mortal Kombat yet, which could be a good way to introduce him because if you put him in there, if you do it this way, you now have the possibility of building a franchise around him. And then now when you make the games, it's more, this is Cole from the movie, and then they kind of tie in together a little better. So you have a chance to kind of make the storyline follow a movie kind of easily, I guess, a little bit better because you can.
So you have to redo the whole like video games.
I mean, essentially, yeah. That you see what I'm saying? Like if I have a movie and it directly follows, it's like, that's old boy from the movie. Like he's a playable character now. But he Cole, whatever.
He Cole or Cold?
Cold World. But I thought that. So I mean, it was. I mean, that's just my logic. I have no idea. Overall, I thought
I do think they're taking advantage of like that whole idea of like a cinematic universe. Mm-hmm. I think that's what they're trying to do. Like, oh, we have the game over here that's doing this, but we also have a cinematic storyline that's gonna be different from the game. Yeah. And I'm like, don't do that. You're gonna like confuse a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna have 2 different dimensions.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, they do a lot of the dimension travel and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I overall, I think they're again. When you said Mortal Kombat to me, I thought Kung Lao, Liu Kang, Scorpion, Sub-Zero.
Oh, didn't Kung Lao get sucked up?
Oh, okay. Some of the lines in there was so crazy, bro. I'm giving this one away. So there's a part where they're fighting, right? Yeah. They doing their fight scenes or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And while they're fighting, whatever, they can hear in the background like some weird noises going on or whatever, like something crazy about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the bad guys recognizes the sound, and he's like, "Oh, he's about to get his soul sucked." And I was like, "What am I? Why?" That was bro, not even being like a part. That was just crazy. Like to me, I was like, "Yo," you and I looked at each other, and started laughing so hard.
We gotta pause. That's how funny that shit was.
That shit was hilarious. I was like, "What?" Wait, what?
It was Cabal that said it. And I remember, so I have a good relationship with Cabal. My brother used to play with Cabal all the time.
Yeah.
And so I didn't think Cabal used to beat my ass. And so I was like, oh, I got Cabal in here, nice. And like, just seeing him, like, hearing him say that, I was dying. I didn't know he was human.
I
don't know what he is.
I don't know. I mean, it looks like he was. It looked like he was out like a mercenary for them or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that was crazy. He's about to get his soul sucked. And I was like, that sounds like some freak shit right there.
He was like, his soul sucked.
I was like, yo, that's like the last thing you hear before she cheer you up.
You hear Cabal, come out in the background. Oh!
Hat flew up and said like, oh!
I was so mad. I was like, yo, what y'all doing to the script? What y'all doing?
I mean, but again, I feel like they were just killing off a lot of the characters. They were purposely killing off a lot of characters.
I feel like you could have kept some alive. You could have kept Cabal. But what I understand too is a lot in Mortal Kombat, what they do is they kill off a lot of characters that they do come back as other people. Like, I think like Noob Sabat comes back as like Sub-Zero or some shit. Or Ermac comes back as someone else.
I can see. I mean, they usually replace characters. I think one thing they replace them and stuff like that. So yeah, I can see that happening. I can see a similar version coming back for revenge. So it's a new Scorpion or it's a new Sub-Zero, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I think so, yeah. They said Ermac was like Scorpion reincarnated, but his soul got diluted with like some type of pollen and some shit. I don't know. I'm just telling you like what I heard. I don't know how true it is either, but
don't spread that kind of rumor around. That was so bad. Like, that was so bad. Don't spread those rumors. That was so bad.
Pollen and some shit. He was allergic.
This nigga was in The Happening and then fucking got fucked up and came back.
That's not what I said.
This whole movie was about allergies and shit. That was crazy.
That would be nice. I feel like I would feel seen if that was the case.
No, that movie overall, man, it was cool. It was. I'm glad I didn't go see it in theaters.
Oh, I went through the whole popcorn. Man, boom! Popcorn right at the screen.
The thing was, I don't think the characters were. I thought the characters
the character stuff is good.
I thought somewhere in the story, something with the story didn't sit with me well.
Cause you had, man, I don't know.
Cause I like the characters. I like some of the fight scenes. Some of the lines were a little cheesy and stuff like that. But I guess not knowing the storyline kind of helped a little bit. Because I could kind of go in like whatever they come up with, what they come up with. Like I don't know.
But you have an idea what the storyline is, and like you kind of get judged on it a little bit. You don't have to first follow the storyline 100%. I'm okay with that.
They kept the main one, which was the reason they had to beef from the get go was Sub-Zero killed Scorpion's peeps.
Okay.
And they was like, what? Like I'm not having that. And then
his peeps.
Yeah.
Real shit though.
Because in the anime version again is way. Because in the anime version, like I said, he didn't die. He like murked niggas out so bad. He became a demon, bro. Like he was just so angry and so evil. He became a demon, bro.
I think that one's called Scorpion's Revenge, which is on HBO Max.
That shit was hard. I was like, that's hard. I like that kind of shit.
I've been telling myself I have to watch that. I might watch it today.
That was hard, bro. Yeah, but otherwise, I mean, I didn't like Raiden. I did not like Raiden at all.
He had a much screen time.
I didn't like his character at all. I thought he sucked. I was like, I don't know what it was about Raiden. I just did not like his character.
He sounded like he was a drunk.
Yeah, he was always a drink away. He was always a drink away from being like really like he damn near felt useless in the movie a little bit like.
But he wasn't though, if you think about it.
Right, because he put the barrier up because he's not allowed to interfere. He's not allowed to interfere with anything the mortals are doing. He's not allowed to interfere with that.
Shang-Chi out here is like, yo, I don't care.
Or Shang-Chi was also the bad guy. He's not going to follow the rules. And so even in that, he stopped, like, no, I'll put this barrier up and stuff like that. I can't interfere with this. Like the rules are that's forbidden, so we can't. So I got that, but I still feel like there was other ways to be more. He felt like the old head from up the street a little bit, like.
But no, so like he helped everyone get there trying to. Like he was like, Cole was like, oh, I need my family. It's my family. He's like, man. Mr. Family, so much the fuck out here and go to your family. But he actually was like, go to your family. That's what's going to help you.
Because he was, like, and it's still, it was,
but it was like,
you know what? To me, I feel like he should have been older.
And how much older?
Older, or just sounded more wise.
He was aggressively wise. Like,
yeah, I guess because in my head I'm used to the stereotypical like the owl only eats at night. Like
I didn't want that.
I'm used to that. So to me, I would want some a little bit more modern, maybe a little more, but like. Yeah, I guess you could say he's aggressive wise. Like, get the fuck out of here then. Like, just go ahead and go.
Cause he was like, you wish your family go to your family. But like, he looked between lines. He was like, no, like your family is like that much important to you. So if you lose them, then like, you know.
Yeah.
Yo, carne asada will be unlocked.
Carne asada, nigga, this ain't okay.
That's something good right now too.
It's like a burrito, nigga. What the fuck? Yo, carne asada.
But if I made some carne asada, you be like, let me get something, right?
Yeah, that don't mean I'm not mad at powers.
What?
That don't mean I have no powers.
You never ate my carne asada, huh?
No.
So you staying with 6?
I'm staying with 6.
I'm staying with a 4.
Okay, that's fair.
Did I go lower?
No, you said 4. You said 4 in the beginning.
And honestly, that may be a harsh critique on like a franchise.
Favorite character?
In that, Cole. I'm playing favorite character.
Say nigga, no. I'm sorry, you don't get to have that opinion, bro.
Favorite character in the movie? I'm gonna say Cabal. Cause I see the chair.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be. I don't know.
Oh yes it is.
I hear that shit. That shit clack like a
I was like, yo, this shit's fucked up. I can feel that shit. I was like, My
favorite character was Cabal. Seeing him do his powers was dope. Cause I remember in the previous movies they had it where they would mention that Cabal and Stryker were here, but we killed them. And it was like, yo, he be seeing him? Like, no, they just did. And I was like,
that was kind of crazy. I was like, what? I'm sorry.
You gonna sit? You gonna stand?
Yeah, I'm standing.
All right.
Stand.
Who's your favorite character?
I liked what they. I do.
Jack must sound good right now too.
Wow, that's how you know you hungry. You only eat Jack when you drunk. Like,
speak for yourself. I'll never get drunk.
You see how the podcast got real quiet when you said that dumb shit out your mouth?
Sounds like the lamb's quiet, huh?
Yeah. Hello, Clarice.
No, favorite character.
I like what they did with Jax. As far as his arms go. Although I will say it was kind of corny when you got the Arcana and the metal went from like this crappy metal to like Reynolds wrap. I was like, what the hell?
I ain't go for no Reynolds wrap, bro.
Bro, did you see? He had Tupperware arms first.
No, he didn't.
And then he had Reynolds wrap over at the end.
I don't know. He did.
Where did that come from? Where did the other metal come from, bro?
Part Transformer. More than meets the eye.
More than meets the eye. I was like, yeah. I was like, yo, really? So I thought that was kind of
I got something else for you.
That was kind of weird, but I think I like Scorpion and Sub-Zero. I like their look.
Mm-hmm.
I like with the hoods and the things. I thought that was hard. I like them both equally. More so Scorpion because I liked his backstory. I got more backstory on him.
Yeah.
So I like Scorpion.
Nah, uppercut. That shit was whack. And you know what's bad? I was sitting here. I was like, they did play on a lot of things that like that gamers did in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, the girl kept saying, use the uppercut. I'm thinking like an actual uppercut you see in UFC. Man, this nigga had to get on one knee and like slug him up. I was like, man, he'll get in my face with this shit.
Oh.
It wasn't smooth. It wasn't like. It just whiffed it. And I wish Goro would have stepped back and was like, beat.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I do wish Goro was a little bit more of a savage.
I mean.
Like, was more, but then he would have killed Buddy.
Yeah, he would
have killed him and his fam. Like, yo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he didn't have enough, like,
but it's Mortal Kombat. Like, that's what's supposed to happen.
I agree.
He's supposed to have ripped up the people, like, rah, 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 like, yo. And then the little girl grew up to be the next person in the drunk because she pissed. She grew up to be evil bad. Like, okay, yeah, like, it's like, I can't believe you killed my mom. She tried to get him, but he, like, scarred her somehow. And then, like, she be the one that grew up evil and shit, like, pissed off at the world.
He hit her in the face with a dirty nail.
Like, rest me.
Alright. So I recently got Apple TV. So like Apple TV has like a lot of like TV shows and movies and shit. This is not a sponsor. I really wish it was. So we decided to watch The Banker.
Yo.
I know, right? So The Banker is directed by George Niffy, starring Nia Long, Anthony Mackie, and Samuel L. Jackson. So Bernard Garnett, a math whiz, grew up in Texas with hopes of being a real estate entrepreneur, an African American entrepreneur, one of the first to ever do it. But due to him being black, he encountered several roadblocks, one being black, that leads to him requesting help from a white man to be the face of his business. I thought I threw that in there, huh? This is just in case you didn't get it.
Yeah, just in case you did.
Just in case you didn't get it.
No, yeah, like, you know, well, they don't.
Just in case you didn't catch the bridge I was making.
Like, sometimes you gotta be, like, pretty straightforward and blunt with, like, yo.
I made the bridge and I named it. Nah, but how'd you feel about this movie?
I liked this movie.
Did you? I didn't even like it that much.
I did because one, it showed you a side of things like you can learn from anywhere. You don't necessarily have to be the university scholar to be this big success thing. Like you don't like my man was outside of a window way back when he was literally sitting outside of a window taking notes on what the white dudes was talking about and had like just had this brain for it. He had the brain for it.
Honestly, I did like the first 10 minutes were the best because I remember like we had so many different like emotions through that whole shit. It was hilarious.
Yeah, because that part made me mad. I ain't gonna front.
I'm gonna say that because that definitely that's fine.
Yeah, but get that part out. Get that part.
So as Fred was talking about when he was a young kid, he was learning from these white men. Like he was a shoe cleaner, but he was learning from the white men because they talk a lot and stuff like that. And so it got to the point where he went to learn so much that he was eavesdropping on a white man's conversation. And he's up there and listening, he's taking notes, trying to figure out the equations and like basically trying to figure out how the housing market works. So a black, I don't want to say, was he a cop or was he like a...
he was a security guard at that building.
He's a security guard at the building and he was like, boy, what you doing over there eavesdropping on white people business? Fred lost it.
So, alright, I'm gonna repaint the picture.
Paint it.
I'm sitting on a ledge. I'm a little boy sitting on a ledge, pen and paper, where a window is open, where two white men are having a conversation, a private conversation about money and stuff. So I'm learning. I'm sitting on this ledge. Another black man sees this black boy doing something he should be doing, eavesdropping on the white man. You would think that if I yell, knowing the time that we're in, this is like what, the 50s?
50s in Texas.
The 50s in Texas. So at this point in time, like, if I'm just mad, if I'm having a bad day, I'm gonna kill me a nigga. Like, this is the mindset we're in. You, as a black man, gonna come up with their window open, be like, hey, black boy, what you doing? Like, what do you think the fuck was gonna happen to me? I was so mad. I remember, like, this damn nigga. I was like, oh, hold on, I'm pissed. I was legit mad. I was like, why would you, like, yo, get down from there. All you do is get down from there, mind them folk business. He's like, you up there minding white folk business? Like,
that's the part that killed me. So Friday he said white people business. That's
like,
the part that killed me.
That's dog, like, me. No, like,
yo, chill.
Like, bro, it's not that deep. Like, just get me up. Yo, get off of there. You can't be up there. Go. No, that's all you had to say.
White people business, bro.
That's I was like, you drawing, bro. You drawing. You got her. He's trying to figure out how to get to the bag while you scrape your little pennies up that they give you, and you gonna sit there and do that.
Get into the bag is white people business.
Hey, well, that's why that black man figured it out. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, I was like, yo.
That set the tone for me. I was mad. I was mad as hell.
Like, we laughing now, but it really is sad. I'm pretty sure things like that.
Because we both knew what could be the outcome of that.
Yeah, he could have died.
That really could. That's something as innocent as him sitting there, he's dropping in and taking notes and learning about formulas and shit like that. Could have easily turned to him being shot and killed or hung.
Yeah.
Off just because this other black man didn't look out for me. And then he'll be the first one like, I don't know why they did that to that boy.
Especially in
Texas. Because of you, nigga. They turn around and fire you because you wasn't doing a better job. So now now you don't got a job and he got killed.
Those are the birds.
Yep. I was like, nah, man, that's wild. But anyway, it still was a good movie because like the way they was moving was crazy.
Yeah.
They was moving crazy. Like they was moving. I mean, it was the right way. It was legal. It was all legal, but it was just the way they knew how to like.
Only thing that was illegal was them being blood, which they can't control.
Yeah, that was it. That was really, and it wasn't illegal. Just that they didn't fuck with it. Like,
yeah,
folk just wasn't gonna fuck with that. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. Like, it was dope, man. They just moved so smart. Like, it was things I didn't think about, things I would never have thought to do, and like who they ended up grabbing. And of course, as you watch, you could see like, put two and two together. Like I was like, oh, they gonna grab that white boy because he went to go do business with somebody. He knew for sure. He knew like the dude knew numbers. The black character knew his
Bernard.
No, yeah, Bernard Garrett.
Yes.
He knew his numbers. Like he could be like, look at a building, just by looking at a building could be like, all right, based off this building, the architecture, I could tell you what it's about to be worth, what it is worth now, what it was worth last year, 2 years ago versus now. Like he just knew all that shit. He was so nice with it, and it was kind of crazy to see him. This dude was that skilled, more skilled than anybody else that was doing this, more skilled than anybody else, and he still was like, as skilled as you are and as much as you know about this game, I won't let you play it because you're black. And it was like, what? Like, I'm about to make you a whole bag. Like, yeah, I want the bag, but I don't want it if it's black.
Yeah, facts.
Like, what?
Facts. That's honestly how like business was.
Like, people was at the point, like, they were so against black that they would rather either risk losing money.
Like for sure, knowing I would lose money.
Like, I'm going to lose money on this. I'm going to lose reputation, everything, just to make sure the black man didn't get it. That this black dude didn't get it. As long as this black dude doesn't get it, I don't care what happens to anybody else. I could die as long as he don't get it.
Yeah.
That really was the mindset. As long as he doesn't get it, I'm cool.
Yep.
I was like, what the fuck? Like, that really was a mindset for people, bro.
That's a whole other level of spite and anger.
Like, you know how hateful you gotta be to fuck up your bag just so I can't get the bag? Like, if I can't be the only one with it, if we blacks can't be the only ones, I'm gonna tear the bag up. Like, what?
If I lose, you lose.
Yeah. Yup. That shit was crazy. So it was funny to see it that happen. But then he ended up finding somebody to work with him, but then shit happened, so he can't work with that person no more. And then, and even in that aspect, the person he was working with, their wife wasn't with it. Like, they was like, no. He's like, but you have a problem when you didn't know all this and the bag was coming in.
It's needless to say spoilers.
Like, come on now. Like, it was crazy.
Well, like, this thing, like, she didn't care about how the money came in as long as, like she was saying her wife and what it seemed like, you take care of all that shit, I just sit here and look pretty. Yeah, but then when she found out who it was, I was working with her and all that other shit, she kind of was like, nope. Yep.
So I was like, yeah. She's like, no, I can't. And he was like, what the fuck? Well, I had all that. Well,
yeah, I thought it was thorough that, like, because I hear a lot of times businesses move like that, where it's just like a handshake. Like, yo, like, I'll take care of you. But it's like south when the niggas die. Yeah. I ain't push you in my will.
She was like, what I want to do is buy you out of the thing or whatever. It's like, okay, well, what's the offer? And then you will offer me way less than what you
pennies to the dollar.
Yep. Like, he said 27 cents to the dollar? That's bad.
That's crazy. I don't know what that means. I know it ain't the right value.
Yeah. You figure when we was in the 50-50 partnership. And we had, at that point, at one point in time, the people got so, and it's all based off true story. And at one point in time, people got so big and good at what they're doing, they had like, 180 something buildings altogether? Mm-hmm. That's nuts. Yep. This was like the 60s. So
wherever this is worth, I'll give you 27 cents for every dollar.
That's crazy, bro. 27 cents. When we was in a 50-50 partnership. Nah. you literally almost gave me half of what I was supposed to be getting. Mm-hmm. Just a little bit more than half of what I was supposed to be getting.
So technically you're getting 1/4 of a pie.
Yeah.
And you're both winning at 50%.
Yep.
So I was like, damn, like, you gonna do me like that?
He was like, you'll do all the paperwork, blah, 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 because you're good with this and third, and I'll be the face because of who I am and what I look like. So they do that shit again. I like the acting in this.
You had Samuel Jackson and Anthony Mackie.
Like, and the white boy. Don't forget Scott Summers. He was good. I don't know his name.
Scott Summers. I was like, yo, let me look up his name for me, because I saw his name and I was like, do I want to put his name? Do I want to put Nia Long? And it's like, it's Nia Long. Then I was like, do I want to put her front? I was like, you know what? I do. So I don't put them in order of importance to the film. I put them in order of like whatever I feel like.
Right. That's ignorant shit.
No, but I thought Nia Long, like, the wife definitely was like hella important, because like she.
Oh yeah, she was holding that man down.
Yeah, for sure. She believed in him to a whole nother level. Like, she's like, I don't know why you married this boy. Like, he's good. He's a genius. He knows what he's doing. I have faith in him. And
I think that's important, because people, a lot of dudes are gonna be like, wow, that's so happy. That's why we not like this sort of women. I was like, but look at him as a man, and look at how he was as a man. Mm-hmm. He was a credible dude before all that happened. That's a whole other story. But like,
I fuck that. He proved himself. We'll skim it. How about that? We'll skim it.
We'll skim it. Yeah.
He proved himself as a man way before like any of this shit happened. Like, she knew. She's like, he got this.
He was a man with a plan. He was on his dean, like from jump. from jump, he was always a young hustler.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy. It was crazy. I was like, yeah. So she knew, like, yeah, like I believe in him. I believe in his value. I believe in things he believes in because he believes so strongly in them. He was leading himself before he tried to lead in the group. He was leading himself, and then like as that happened, because she saw what he was doing, believed in it too. She jumped on board.
Mm-hmm. I thought that was really dope because like even to the point where like she had ideas that she had to him and it ended up working. And even when he kind of called her out, like, because she was like, if you want to debate the run, I can run the bank or whatever. Spoiler, my bad. And then like he called her out like, yo, like you a woman, and she was basically like, word, you want to say that shit when A, B, and C and D, and like he was like, oh my bad. It sounds like I was wilding, huh?
Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah,
I don't know why I keep calling him Scott Summers.
I don't know what other movies been. I'm really surprised he was an X-Men.
I thought he was an X-Men. Yeah, he was an X-Men. He was Scott Summers.
He was for real?
Yeah, he was really an X-Men.
Oh yeah, so he was right.
Played. I don't know if he was Scott Summers, but he was an X-Men.
No, he was Beast. I remember.
Yeah, that's right. I kept saying, that's right. I said Scott Summers. I said Beast, huh? I was like, Scott Summers. Oh, Beast.
And remember you said he was watching it. Henry McCoy is a Beast. Alias.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not keep calling him Scott. I like Scott Summers better.
Scott Summers is like the face of the X-Men. Yeah, Scott Summers.
That is a better name. I ain't gonna lie. Scott Summers is a cool name.
No, it's not. Scott Summers?
Yo, who that? Scott Summers.
Summers is a dope last name, though. I will say that.
I knew a girl named Summer.
Yeah.
She was kind of hot.
I knew a girl named Autumn.
Hey, let's season it. My girl Winter was cold, though. Go ahead.
You corny for that. That'd be cool. That'd be cool like so Dolo, but you corny for that. So what would you give the banker? I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8.
I got a chick named Fall. She kind of clumsy. She always tripping. She's like, hey baby, how do you look? Like, damn, you look good, but your ankles and knees is bruised up. Cause she keep falling.
This boy a damn fool.
Where your girl at? Oh, she back there. She fell again, man. Don't worry about it. Like, damn.
What you gonna rate this, bro?
I'm gonna give it a strong 8.
8?
I give it a strong 8. Yeah.
I kind of want to give it a 9, but I can't just by giving it a 9, knowing that I had other movies that were like in the 9 range. But this is definitely was a good movie. I enjoyed this a lot.
It's good. There's a lot of realism in it. There's a lot of the math expert. Obviously, it's hard to get it if you're not a man. It's quick and boom, 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 boom. But it was to me, it was the idea of seeing these two black men who were able, who understood that, okay, we can't play this game this way. We're gonna find a way to get it legally. That's a big thing I'll point out. It was all legal. There was nothing illegal about what they were doing. And on top of that, it wasn't about them like being like one was kind of like out there, was more crazy and deranged. Like he was more like out there, but he wasn't like a wild man. You know what I'm saying? Like he still was a tame dude. He just wasn't like I'm a single man. He's like, no, I I run a club already. I have a business. I did my thing, whatever.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm Gucci. You know, I'm good. And then the other one was more like straight laced. You know what I'm saying? And fly right type of guy. But neither one of them was out there like doing bad shit and like doing bad things.
Everything was respectable. All teams were respectable.
Yeah, and the one that was dealing with like and the one that was more wild, he was able to see a lot of bullshit before he even got there.
Yeah, because he dealt with like you said, him being more of the world, him being out more, he kind of seen more things.
Yep. Yeah, he knew he was real good with people, good with that. So I thought that was real dope. And the things he was willing to do to get to where they needed to get to, all legal, was pretty smart. I was like, I like that a lot, because you didn't think. You expected them, because they talk about that at one point in time in the movie. They talk about how I thought you were going to be.
Oh yeah,
when I met you compared to now.
Yeah. And
what they thought on the outside, judging book by its cover, versus what they realized about that book was two different things. So I thought that was super dope. That's why I give it an 8. It was a really good movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I might watch that. I would watch that again.
Yeah, I would rewatch it. It was fun.
Yeah.
That was shit.
Now with everything, the movie that everyone been waiting on. I've been waiting on this forever. So we watched Demon Slayer the movie, Mugen Train. This is an anime, so if y'all ain't fucking with it, y'all missing out. Yeah. So, Demon Slayer Mugen Train is a continuation from the anime series that can be found on Netflix and Hulu. Our 3 friends, Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu, board a train to help Kunro Rikuku, the flame Harisa, vanquish a demon. And this was really good. It's like an hour and a half, I think it was.
Maybe I thought it was like 2. It was kind of long.
2?
I thought it was 2
hours. Exceeded my expectations. And I didn't expect a lot, but it killed what I expected. I was like, yo.
Yeah, this was good.
I was like, dang, like this is way better than I thought it would be. It was really, really good.
Yeah.
I remember you guys said before that they had said that, like, if you don't watch the movie, you can't go to the next season.
Right, because it's a continuation. So the way that works, well, obviously you know what a continuation is. like the movie literally starts up where the season ended.
I thought that was interesting.
So that was the whole point. That's the whole point of this movie. It wasn't like a Pokemon thing where they had this random movie that doesn't affect anything. No, this was like this. Actually, I think Pokemon usually affect everything. But anyway, this was as they would call it, canon or candid. Like this was an actual. Okay. This actually progresses the story. Like it progresses the anime adaptation. Now I'm sure when they start season 2, they do touch on things.